Today we take a look at some of the stupidest lawsuits from around the world, and to do that we've teamed up with our good friends over at SlappedHam who will help us navigate through the madness, so let's get right into it. Number 5. Bank of America Service. After being frustrated by the service he was receiving at Bank of America, Dalton Chisholm sued them for $1.7 billion. During the trial, a professor of mathematics was even called in to testify about how big the number was. To give you an idea, Earth's total combined GDP was 60 trillion that year. That is still over 28 million times smaller than what he was asking for. See, now I like ambition as much as the next guy, but what would they pay him with if he won? Pluto? Unsurprisingly, his case was dismissed.
Surfer has his wave stolen. In California, a surfer sued another surfer for allegedly taking his wave, preventing him from enjoying the experience of being on that particular swell of water. Fortunately, the lawsuit was dismissed on the grounds that there was no discernible way to put a price on pain and suffering when watching another person ride a gnarly wave that you believed was intended for yourself.
Number 3. Jonathan Lee Riches. Jonathan Lee Riches claimed he was deep in the hills of West Virginia when he stumbled upon Kanye West and the Kardashian family at a secret Al-Qaeda training camp. They supposedly burned the US flag, stomped their feet on a picture of Obama, and Kanye performed for all the Al-Qaeda trainees. He also claimed that Kim Kardashian is now the leader of Al-Qaeda. Now, this may sound very convincing until you find out that Jonathan Lee Riches is a former prison inmate who has filed over 2,600 lawsuits since 2006. Some other names sued by Riches include Steve Jobs, Britney Spears, George Bush, Martha Stewart, and some Somali pirates.
A rear-end sexual identity crisis. A 27-year-old man from Michigan who suffered minor injuries after his vehicle was rear-ended by a truck sued the owners 4 years later, claiming that the accident was responsible for him turning into a homosexual. He reportedly lost interest in making love to his wife and she left him. He began reading gay literature and hanging out in gay bars. In a ruling that may have surprised more than a few people, he won more than $200,000 and his wife received $25,000 as a result of the case.
Number 1. Return the kidney. Richard Batista saved his wife's life by giving her one of his kidneys. After their divorce several years later, he demanded his kidney back. You know what the best part is? Mr. Batista is a surgeon himself, which is actually kind of scary thinking about it. He did also say that if his ex-wife refused to give his kidney back to him, he would also be able to settle for $1.5 million. So really, you can't say he didn't give her options. Well, this brings us to the end of this part of the video, but there is another part up on SlappedHam's channel, so click anywhere on the screen now to go over to their channel to check out that part, or I'll also leave a link in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys.